Tempting to go live again, I guess. What a horrible streamer I am. I'll be there in a sec, guys, if I can. I'm doing my best, which is not what it looks like. Why is it not showing up? Oh, you know. No, that ain't it. Why is this not live? It's saying I've been live for 39 seconds, but it's not coming up on my phone. Right. For this minute in time, at this moment in time, I'm just going to assume we are live. And I guess I'm going to have to go over everything again. I'm just reopening the YouTube app, chaps. Please.
Daddy.
No, because I'm streaming, darling. I'm streaming. That's right. Can I help him go for a wee? Not right now. I can't. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find the live, like the actual live, not all of the failed lives. Here we go. My goodness, I have to be like, if there can be an award for the worst streamer, I'm nailing that. Like, if you had your eyes on the worst streamer award, forget it, because that is going to go to me. Right, quick slurp. Right. So, just to recap, this is Mantis. Mantis has been out a couple of times, and you've not seen the videos for it yet. You might have seen some shorts, but this thing is team get the right safety in. It's the Team ReVolt Mantis, and when I was typing his name in the radio, I accidentally called it Mantis, and as I'm a chunky boy and I've got man boobs, I thought that was brilliant. So the rig is now called Mantis, and I did a little 3D printed guy for the back, which I also absolutely love, and he's running on Mantis capraxles. We've got a no OD2 for straight axles in there. We're running on Mantis straight axles and just a standard kit. But somebody said to me, you could run this rig in UK too, and I thought, you're right. I could run on UK too in UK too. So UK 3. What am I on about? So I got one of these out of another build that I'm working on. This is actually a rear axle. This is the 4-wheel steer axle for another build I'm working on. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to fit this, and we're going to set Mantis up for 4-wheel steer. Right. Well, what I think about getting things tidied up, I'll put this away. We'll move the camera down in a little bit so you can see what we're working on right in front of me, because that might be important. Some of you might have noticed that Mantis is wearing the Rhino S095s, the Pros that Rhino have just released. I thought, what better place to test them than to test them on Mantis? So that's what we're going to do. I fitted them. They're all filled with 26.5 weight or 300 CST, if you prefer. Well, yeah, it's just going to be it's going to be a good time. The springs for Mantis are massively oversprung because in his original configuration, I haven't weighed him with this tyre and wheel combo, but he was 2 kilos. In fact, he was 1995, so 5 grams under 2 kilos. So he's a really, really light build. That is going to change, of course, because we are going to be switching him over to a rear steer axle, which is just going to add weight, isn't it? Just making sure I throw that back in the correct spot. Oh, I probably should have got the screws out for them, but we've got screws. That's not going to be a problem. I have also, I suppose this is a point at which we can move the camera down a little bit. This will be a bit better. We found Mantis is running a tiny Hobbywing Fusion Mini 16. I know 2.2s and all that, it's a terrible idea, but remember, he's only 1995 grams. We managed to find a 10 tooth. In fact, I bought 4 of them. I have searched and searched and searched for these. This is a 10 tooth 48 DP 2.3 millimeter shaft pinion. I know it is a rare thing, and that's one of the jobs that we're going to be doing. We're going to be switching that out. Looks like my phone is about 10 minutes behind, so I am just going to refresh that. Let's close that up and start it up again. Do you know, I've just had an update, and I swear they're trying to kill my phone off because I'm not one of those people that just goes out. And I'm not having a go. Like, if that's you, if you're one of the people that just goes out and gets the latest phone the minute it comes out, then fair play to you. But there we go. That looks like we're somewhere near. But yeah, my phone. This is an S21 Ultra. And obviously, I've got the Ultra because I like to be able to take photographs and do video and all that. But I haven't updated it. That's the quick version of me ranting on. Right, so we are going to need to switch out the ring and pinion in here. We're going to put the transmission-y stuff. So the pinion, we're just going to pop that on top of my charger out of shot for a minute. We're going to need the servo in a sec. So let's get that. Looks like there's a pube on the axle. So we're going to be whipping the ring and pinion out there. And if I remember correctly, oh, sorry, guys. That ring and pinion in there will be stock. And this is a 1.5. Yes, it is. So why they chose to go for 1.5? Maybe it's just because they didn't feel like there was enough meat in the axles, or maybe they just didn't think you needed that much mechanical pressure to hold these ones together. I'm not a fan of 1.5 stuff, or this will be a 2.5, I'm guessing, 2.5 width screw with a 1.5 millimeter hex head in the top of it. I'm not really a fan, if I'm honest. I'd much rather have seen a 3 mil head in the back here, but I'm sure they had their reasons. There is a lot going on down here. You've got all the mounting points for the links and all that, and obviously internally you've got the ring and pinion and bearings and all that stuff to house. So maybe there's just not enough room. So if you are working on one of these, make sure you've got yourself some decent grease. One thing I'm going to promise you before I get this brand new axle open is that there's going to be a ton of grease in here. Mias have always, I don't think I've ever had a single axle that I've taken apart where there wasn't a good amount of lubricant grease inside the axle, the portal, or whatever it would have been that I'd have taken apart. I've never had it. Their LCG gearbox, the LCG trains, which I'm a huge fan of, and I've got 3 in service. However, that did come. There we go. Lots of that lovely blue stuff in there. Right. So I didn't really need to do that right now because we've got to remove the axle from Mantis. But does anybody know if my links are going to work? I'm pretty sure the lowers are in an identical position. I'm just looking. Yeah, looks like they're in an identical position. Double shear on the lower. And the shock position looks to be the same, but it'll be the uppers that have moved. So let's bring Mantis over. What do you think of the name? I mean, I didn't really. It kind of chose its own name. I mean, a lot of people won't be happy that I keep saying the word tits, but it is what it is. It wasn't something I actively decided upon. I suppose after the accident, typing Mantis into the radio instead of Mantis, I suppose I did actually actively choose it. But after the fact, right, what's going to be the easiest way to do this? Let's get rid of wheels and tyres. When I was doing the vertical, there was like 16 people in here straight away, and then I couldn't get chat up, and I know at least one person left a message for me, and then I switched over to running vertical, a horizontal video, so landscape, which we're on now, and it's saying one person in the chat, which is me. So I guess if you want to get a ton of views or viewers during a live, you go vertical. What is that all about? Like, I guess I'm old or something, guys. Like, what is all the vertical video preference about? I don't get it. We've got a pair of scissors, or zizzers, as my boy calls them. Daddy, can I have the zizzers? Sounds like he's drunk. Yeah, what is all that vertical stuff about? If you haven't seen my video on these Rhino shocks, they've been sat on the vehicle with the shocks facing down because I'm trying to see if they leak with very light oil, 26.5 weight, 300 CST. And we've got no wet patches yet. So does that mean that Rhino have created a shock that doesn't leak? Let's hope so, because it would be a real disappointment if we've just got another shock that leaks. So first things first, thank you if you've just joined us. I'm removing the rear straight drag axle from Mantis because someone said to me, naming no names, Jamie, why aren't you setting this up for UK 3? To which I didn't really have an answer, and I sort of face-palmed, and I'm like, there's no point in this vehicle really existing unless I'm going to run it in a comp at Kent. So I very quickly decided to steal one of my four-wheel steer straight axles out of a build I'm working on or planning to work on. that's coming up, and yeah, we're going to be replacing the rear steer. This is great cinematography, is it not? Right, that's what I was trying to avoid, is getting me belly in the shot. Let's just use this camera over here to try and show things a little bit better. Apologies for all the faff. I don't know what it is. I just don't think I can do live. I think I put an okay normal video together, but when it comes to doing live, I'm all fingers and thumbs. Well, my boy's trying to go to sleep in the next room. But I think we can probably get away with at least one use of the Yoga Dugger, as it's quite early. Could someone just say hello in chat? And just let me know that chat's working, because I've never got any confidence at all that my chat's working. If anybody wouldn't mind doing that, if anybody's able to do that, I need to get a spanner for this. It's a 5.5mm spanner, isn't it, for that nut? Let me just check I'm not lying. Get me calipers. How's the audio, guys? Can you hear me all right? Oh, hello, Sprocky. Can you hear me, mate? Yeah, I need a 5.5mm spanner. I'm using pliers or what else am I using? Forceps or whatever. Loud and clear. Thank you, Sprocky. Much appreciated. How are you? This thing's so good, by the way, Sprocky. I'm not sure if you've seen any of the little shorts I released on this, but I took it out. I took it to Kent Radio Control Rock Crawlers and ran it there on the tyres at the end of the bench that you can't see. So I run it on 2.2 Mosers from Rhino, and I don't know, the insert. Look, that's a foam, and I'm really having to push that to get it compressed. They're just too firm. I had them on a 2.5 kilo rig, and they were too firm, and I don't know why they thought they would work on this, because this rig only weighs 1,995 grams, and this rig is 5 grams under 2 kilos. So, yeah, they were too firm. And then I took it to the Secret Garden. Both of those videos you guys won't have seen yet, so sorry for talking spoiler stuff. But not only did it do the hard lines, and stick your fingers in your ears if you'd rather just see the video from the Secret Garden, not only did it do the hard lines, it also did impossible lines, or previously not possible lines, and it invented some lines as well. Doing good, mate. Re-landscaping my garden and making my own rocks. Mrs. don't realise it's for my future car builds. I like she doesn't need to know. As long as she's happy. Happy wife, happy life, right? As long as the missus is happy. Like, that's what I focus on, and then my missus just lets me get on with it, really. As long as she's happy. So I'll try to tick that box first. And then I can do me, pretty much. Right, plopping all these bits over at one side. So I don't know whether you was here to get the gist of what this video is. That's right, babe, isn't it? Keep you happy first, and then I'll do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's put Mantis over there for a minute. Mantis and his stupidly long shocks. And I put a 10% underdrive in this axle, and I know that one there has got no underdrive in it at all. So, and there's no underdrive or overdrive in Mantis gearbox. So, what we're going to do is we're going to whip the underdrive out of this one while we're switching the axles over. I did ask the question, Sprocky, before you came in. I wonder if my link positions are going to change so much that I've got to alter my links. There is quite a bit of tunability in terms of talking of Christ. Happy Easter, everybody. I wonder if I'm going to change them. So there's quite a lot of holes here for moving the upper about, because the lower won't matter. I should be able to tune to make it fit with the upper. That's the hope and the dream, anyway. Let's get this undone. Keep the missus happy, and you can sleep with both eyes closed. Yeah, there is that as well.
Not that bad.
You're not, no, but some women are. Lisa's sat behind me now. She's like, I'm not that bad. No, you're not, babe. You're not. Oh, it's a little bit frustrating that I've got to pull all of these screws out. So getting one of these out is a bit of a faff, because you do have to take the hexes off the end. And we're doing no ugga dugger in now because my little boy's asleep now. So you have to take the hexes off. Then you have to take these two 1.5 heads off. And then you have to pull the shafts out to get the ring and pinion to drop out. And what I've got to do while I'm doing this, guys, is obviously not mix. That's the trouble, Sprocky. I'm like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get these podgered. They're going to get mixed up on the worktop here, and then I'm going to end up putting the wrong one back in. You watch. I'm not going to. I'm going to make sure I don't. Otherwise, I need to say that now, because otherwise I'm going to incept myself. Oh, mate. Why does it? I've got a good one, and so have you, mate. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Don't know if they can hear me.
Lisa said hi. She said, "Can you hear her?" She said hi, but she's like, "I don't know whether they can hear me or not." It's good to hear you've got a good one, Sprocky, and I have. Me and Lisa, we have been together through thick and thin. And she is the mother of my major. Oh, yes, Sprocky heard you. That's good.
Oh, cool.
There you go. You're in the stream now, babe.
Oh,
You're
famous.
in the stream. I don't know about famous, babe. There's four people watching, and I'm one of them.
I call that famous.
So yeah, she's a good one, mate. We have been together through thick and thin. Like, everybody pretty much conspired against us being together in the beginning, and they were like, they all said derogatory things about me. I was just after her for a bunk up and all that, and that I would piss off the minute I got what I wanted, and all that. And here we are. We've been together. Most of the people that were slagging off aren't together anymore, and we've weathered the storm. We got a 4-year-old together.
11 years this year.
Yeah, 11 years. And I don't see I don't see us splitting up anytime soon. We're pretty strong, I think. Like, we both understand that relationships take work, and we both recognise that sometimes you have to say sorry, and a lot of people haven't mastered that yet. Right,
Surprising,
so
isn't it?
it is, yeah. Right, so let me think for a sec. This is the right. Don't let me forget, chaps. The one on the table here, that is the overdrive, and the one I'm taking out over here isn't. Should have checked on the Mir sub website actually. This might already be underdrive. Yeah, I was spinning out there. Now I can see on the end here it says 833. I'm like, wait a minute. But that's right, isn't it? 833 is underdrive. 830 is standard. 827 and 824 are overdrive. Right. Been married 25 years, only had one minor disagreement in all that time. What? Really? You've only had one minor disagreement in 25 years?
Okay, we've had more than that.
Sainted mate, we have been at it, haven't we, babe? We have been at it. Yeah, no, Lisa's got ADHD and I've got autism and ADHD. So we do trigger each other, and I especially trigger Lisa's ADHD because her ADHD is manifested in, oh my goodness, I've got the blue stuff all over me now. Lisa's ADHD, the way it manifests itself is with anxiety. So she gets proper wonky sometimes. Me just being normal. And me just being normal. And then because of my autism, I don't understand why she's wobbling. And yeah, it can get really, really heated really quickly. But what we're saying was, like, we've been really good at working on it. I'm always happy to apologise, even when it's difficult. And I think if you're willing to go, I was wrong when you're wrong. Not that I'm wrong often. Yeah, I think that's the key. I really do. And I think, like, if you're willing to actually say sorry, like, quickly and genuinely, I feel like that goes a long way too. Right, what I'm going to do is, this is the, oh, don't you start, oh no, bearings, don't start falling off over there. Right, I'm going to keep these two separate. Don't let me put the wrong ones in, Sprocky. Right, oh. Right, it was this side. And if anybody was wondering, oh, I'm not so sure now. They must be the same, right? Right, here's a question for anybody watching. That has got quite a lot of side-to-side play in it. Right, I need to get me calipers out, don't I? Because if nobody knows the answer to that question, like, this is a standard AR-44 setup. Right, 3.5 is the width on those. Let's just make sure these are the same. Yeah, they're using the same bearings for those. I can't imagine that is a good idea. But which way would you shim that? Would you shim it towards the pinion or away from it. God damn it.
I'm going to bed.
Are you?
No.
You're not.
No, I'm not.
I was like, you're not. Lisa just said she was going to bed. I'm like, I don't even know what the time is.
7:15.
I'm in YouTube land, so.
Our dog's stupid.
Oh, of course that's not gonna fit because that is the pinion for that one. So let's get this guy in there. I mean, they're all lights, aren't they? But I'm guessing the pitch is slightly different on them. So that yeah, that's lovely, right? So that's going to be there. I'm just going to drop a shim in, and then towards it, if exactly what I'm just thinking, Sprocky. I'm going to drop a shim in this side and push it in, and then I'll just rotate it before I bolt it up, and then we'll go from there. Right.
Maggie, why are you being stupid?
Shimmy, shim, shim.
Oh
no! If you're wondering who Maggie Moomoo is, that's the dog. Have I got any shims in here? No, just searching for shims. Guys, please bear with me. There goes the camera that I've put right in front of the drawer with the shims in. Ring and pinion. There we go. Sorry about all the jiggling about there. Right, so does anybody need a stock AR-45 ring and pinion? I've got a couple. All the ones that you receive. What do you do with them? Right, what do you do with them? So what have we got? We're not going to go mad. Where's my caliber? We are going to put in this is a 0.3. That's absolutely fell in there. So I realise I'm out of shot there. So let's not be out of shot. Oh, come on. Can I never have enough spares? No, I mean, I do run. Oh, that's a bit. I mean, you want a little bit of boop in there, don't you? But
boop.
That was a little bit of boop, but yeah, just a little bit of boop, 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 wiggle room. Technically, I've mixed the housings up, so it's the one with the pinion in, isn't it? I'm not doing great at keeping the bits separate here. Right, so that's going to be out there. We're not going to know till we get the shafties back in, so let's try and do that. If these fall together, I'm going to be so happy because I have so much trouble getting these beggars together. These bleeders. I suppose at some point, though, once I've got like a bit more savvy with the old setup stuff, we could run OBS, have multiple cameras. You could sit next to me on camera and
be even more famous.
When you could manage questions and all stuff. No, I know, but you can read, can't you? You could just read the questions out and stuff. And I'm sure there'd be other non-RC related questions. We don't just talk about RC here, you know. We are cultured.
guys were just RC nerds.
Well, I mean, we are. Let's be honest. We are. But yeah, no, we're capable of talking about other things, you know.
You sure about that?
Yeah, we know what we're talking about. Right. Oh, do you know what? I haven't put the knuckle on backwards. That's a start. Because I never do
I
that.
just picked the scab off of Maggie's ear.
Have you? See, I told you we talk about other stuff on it. Let's talk about our dog's scabby ear. We're gonna have to change her food, guys.
She's got weird skin.
If she's not down at the vet's 1 minute being given sun treatment for something, she's down the vet again for something else. It's just like one thing to the next. It does get a bit frustrating.
She's just got weird skin.
She's a lovely dog, but yeah, she's got skin issues, bless her. And she's always scratching. We've tried all the shampoos. We're just going to go through all the different foods now, like anti-allergenic foods and stuff.
She's just a weird dog.
Yeah, that's right. And pass the tools, Sprocky's just said.
And what?
Yeah, and you can pass the tools, guys.
I could, yeah, man.
Yeah, you could, yeah. You'd be a good tool passer. It's quite handy with the tools. Like something.
When I'm in the mood.
Yeah, when you're in the mood. Are you being rude? She's thinking. Yes, I am.
No, I don't.
My mind was in the gutter.
I am not thinking that. I know it.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know it exactly. Right. So now, what do I do? I think I am gonna put. Let's make sure I've got all this mixed up. Right, I am gonna put the stock pinion back in the straight axle because the build that this is going on is going to have overdrive in the gearbox. So that'd be all right, won't it?
No.
So what do you know? You just said you don't know anything about crawlers.
I'm just guessing.
Don't then comment on it.
I'm guessing. Was that not a good guess?
No. Well, it was the wrong guess. I'm not here to say whether it was the wrong or right guess or not. Does it matter which way this goes? I'm assuming it does.
Stop scratching your ear.
That feels right. So.
Good girl.
She's like, but it itches.
I know, but you're going to make it sore.
Right, that looks like that goes that way. These mere shims, these mere axles, I've noticed you have to shim on the outside. They recommend that you put a shim on the output shaft in here, in between the axle housing bearing, the output bearing, I guess, and the actual axle shaft. What? Because I said shaft. Really? That's how hormonal you are, is it? I can't even say shaft without you having a bit of a wobble. Blimey. No comment.
Stop scratching your ear, Maggie.
Oh, that's all good. Why wasn't that coming? Can't be different. Oh, there we go. Maybe one side is different from the other. That'd be odd. Or was this side just being awkward? I wish there was an easier way to line these up. I'll do it like this. No. This one does not want to go home. deep breath and a drink, and then we'll have another go at that. I've got a Frenchie. She had some problems until we put her on hypo food, and you can get some whips for allergies, but we use all the time on wipes on her ears have sorted themselves.
What are you doing?
We also do a pause.
You
Right.
nicked my cup
What? No, that's mine.
that I was drinking out on.
No, that's mine, Bubs. I literally did myself a drink before I come in here. Getting accused of stuff here, guys. Not happy about that. Why won't? Oh, go on. Go on. Why is that? Why is that so tight? That's not good. Shouldn't have to tap. I've never had to tap one of those in before. Well, I think we're going to try on. My dog had skin. I used to have a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, which is probably really predictable of me. I used to have a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and she had awkward skin as well. What is going on? Has this got like a little bow on the end of it or something? Yeah, it has. Right, we can fix that. Yeah, she had awkward skin, and I put her on Butchers. Sorry if I'm yelling into the microphone. I put her on Butchers, and her skin cleared up really well. So we're going to try that on Margaret and see what happens. And if that doesn't fix it, we just drop her off at the traveller site up the road. They'll sort her out. No, what will we do? We're trying some hypoallergenic food, some food that's the wipes are a couple of quid from Pets at Home. Wow. You can't drop me a link, can you? Can you remember the name of them? I'll get Lisa to have a look for them now, and then Lisa can send me a link. See, look, you'd be really useful for this stuff, Lisa.
What?
Well, like, giving me links and stuff.
Giving you links and stuff.
Yeah. This does not want to go back in here. And I do not understand why. We're going to take this apart and investigate this further. Maybe what?
Maybe it just thinks you're annoying.
Maybe it thinks I'm annoying. Maybe. Maybe it's right. Maybe these are different, but shouldn't be. Like, these are all AR summer allergy wipes. There you go.
Summer allergy wipes?
Yeah, from Pets at Home, Lise.
Alright, we'll have to have a visit to Pets at Home.
Well, can you have a quick Google?
I just have.
Oh, right, cool. That was quick.
Because I found them.
You already got them up. All right. Well, you didn't tell me that, did you? Right.
We're going to have to go to Pets at Home.
We will have to go to Pets at Home.
Allergy wipes.
Baffled, guys. What's going on? Oh, I haven't screwed this end in. That's good. At least that's something.
Yeah, £2.
Yeah, Lisa's just confirmed they are £2. Nice one. What is going on? I don't understand. They're in a blue pack, he says.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, she's got it. Thank you, Sprocky.
Thank you.
We'll have a look. But the hypoallergenic, do you think it's the hypoallergenic food that's fixed your dog as opposed to something else? Right, well, that slips in there like a Navi's knob at a prostitute shop.
What?
I don't know. I've been watching Whistling Diesel, not Whistling Diesel, Murphy's Diesel. And he always has these funny little sayings, which I think are brilliant. There's a Shimmy McShim face blocking the hole. That's what it was, guys. That there's a tiny little shim dude in there that wasn't bloody seating. How have they managed that? How did they get? Oh, the bearings are all falling off now. How did they get a shim? Now, I know Mia's rather handy with the blue stuff, but how have they managed to get that shim to stay there while they put this together? Because the shim they've used isn't held by anything other than, well, it's just not held by anything. I don't know what I was going to say there, but it's not held by anything. Oh, there she goes. Right, and it looks like they did the same thing as us, Brocky. Same thing as what you said. They've shimmed it towards the pinion, so they've done it exactly the same way as we intuited.
Is it a bank holiday tomorrow?
Is it a bank holiday tomorrow? Yes, it's Monday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, it's bank holiday tomorrow. Why are you thinking Neo's not? I know he's not a nursery anyway. What were you thinking then? Because it wasn't
Pets
that.
at home.
Oh, Pets at Home. Yeah, but they're one of them places that's always open. I think Pets at Home will be open tomorrow, guys. What do you think? We'll have a bet. No, let's not have a bet. But I think they'll be open tomorrow.
We're going tomorrow then.
We're going to go get some, are we? And we'll get us some...
we'll get you some treats.
See if we can find out. Do you know, it could be one of the treats she has, babe. It could be like, we might have to really be strict on what she eats.
She loves all that, like the actual rabbit's ears and stuff.
She likes the natural stuff, yeah, like rabbit's ears and pig's ears and all that.
I'm going to get her some of them tomorrow because she's such a good girl, aren't you? Yes, you are.
She's right. She's not very bright. She's like a cross collie, and collies can be a bit scatty anyway. And she is scatty, but she's super intelligent. But if you walk towards her, she'll fly under your legs and knock you over, or she'll just like run into the wall or something. She's
but she's so pretty and lovely.
Yeah, she's just not very bright.
You're a pretty girl.
Or she is. She's like intelligent, but with no common sense.
She's a pretty girl.
She's like Lisa's spirit animal. Even the dog's got anxiety.
She is. She is my spirit animal.
So I think what I'm going to do, the build that I was going to do with 4-wheel steer, I'm now going to make that a drag axle build with dig. And then this guy that was just going to be a drag axle fun haver is now going full UK class 3. Full UK class 3. So 4-wheel steer's got to be the way to go.
Sit.
Sit. I've not had a UK 3 rig. I've had the Hulk, which was a 4-wheel steer rig, and that was a lot of fun. For those of you that are wondering where the Hulk is, you'll see him soon, I promise. there was a few things that I wasn't overly pleased with when I built him, and I swore I was going to fix them, and I have.
It's bloody hard work.
So you will see the Hulk again at some point, and he will be the rig I was hoping for in the first place. We're still going to be running. Oh, that's a photograph of the workshop floor and the Maggie Moo. You should be able to see yourself on the other screen over there. Maggie Moo's. Her name's Margaret or Maggie, and we call her Moo Moo. Maggie Moo. Right. So let's have a quick spinach. Yeah, they're spinning all right. So don't forget, if you pull these apart, don't forget to put these on first. And it's obvious which way the hole goes. So on the hex, the hole is slightly off to one side. It's closer to the inside than it is to the outside, and that's the way you want it. I never bother tightening these up super duper tight, as long as they're in far enough to clear when the wheel goes on, because the wheel holds them in, doesn't it? Just make sure every step of the way I'm just making sure that things spin freely. I think Mias have done a cracking job on these, and my little run out that I had with this down at Kent Radio Control Rock Crawlers was really, really, really good. It pulled up there, even with massively terribly tuned shocks, is probably the best way to say it. Terribly tuned shocks and massively over stiff inserts, and way too large a pinion. That we've got a 13 in there, and as some of you know that have seen the failed streams and stuff that I had today, I've bought a 10-tooth pinion. There we go. That is a 48 DP 10-tooth pinion for the Mini 16, because that's what we're running. There's a Mini 16 in the Mantis. Yeah, right. Lisa, as you're stood there, what, like,
No.
being weird?
No.
Could you just put that on top of that box for me, please? She's saying no, with a big smile on her face. I know you guys can't see her. Right. Oh, is that a cuddle?
Yes.
Oh, if you're being nice to me, would you like...
No.
Oh, what's this?
Would I like what?
Could you fill me up with water, babe? Because otherwise I'm going to get really dehydrated.
Maybe.
And like this.
What do I get?
This might be... I'm letting you hug me. What more do you want? Yeah, would you fill this up with water? Let's just...
You smell nice.
Thank you. Just, it's Sauvage. Sauvage Elixir. Would you mind grabbing me just water out of the fridge, please?
Not juice.
No, just water now, babe. I just had juice with dinner, because, you know, bit of flavour. So for those of you that haven't used the Mias ISO kinetic axles, the new straight ones, if you're on the fence, just get them. They're really, really, really good. Like, really, really good. I beat the snot out of Mantis when I went down to Kent Rock Crawlers. We got in loads of binds and stuff down there. And I'm putting 3,000 kV through them because of the Mini 16. And yeah, no problems at all. Super good. Well, I'm just going to put 2 screws in, and then I'm going to check to make sure everything is rotating.
I've decided that I'm not giving these away
Properly. There you go.
Do you want another one?
Mm.
You don't? You're
No,
not showing
thanks,
how
babe.
lovely.
Yeah, I'm going to show everyone. The RC Mummy made some little Easter nests for our boy and for.
Us.
Are they not going? She's decided she's keeping them now. They were for Neo's friends at nursery, but looks like the RC Mummy has decided we need loads of chocolate
No.
nests.
Well, it's Neo's birthday in a week and a bit, and we're doing like party bags for them all. So they're having loads. We'll give some away to the neighbours.
It's okay, babe. You can eat them if you want. You don't have to explain to
I'm
everybody
eating one now.
why you're not giving them away. Just own it. If you're going to keep them, babe, just own it.
No, I'm definitely keeping them.
They are really good, in all honesty. I can't blame her for not wanting to give them away. But maybe you should make a note of that, at least. Let's not make like pastries or cakes for groups, because chances are we're going to end up eating them. I do it all the time. I do homemade sausage rolls and then end up eating more of them than I should. I do tend to give some away. But yeah. Oh, yep. Yeah, I probably should have greased that a little bit more. Right, I have to remember to shim that when this goes back on there. We're going to mount the serve up first because it's just easier. It's not easier to do the axle with the servo on, but it is easier to put the axle on the servo. So let's think about this, guys. Which way? So we want, ideally, I think we want the cable coming down this side of the truck. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for these bits. So that is going to be like, we're going to try to run it like we did the front. I'll deal with that shenaniganery in a bit. We're going to mount the servo there, but we are going to use, I think, let me just, yeah, so it is an all metal servo. I've come across a few servos that have gone plastic. Where, oh, okay, she is giving some to the neighbours, guys. The neighbours' kids are going to get some. Not that they need them. The neighbours. Are they ever going to watch this stream? Probably not. The kids' neighbours are really fat. It's probably not a good idea. Lisa's an enabler. She wouldn't take them to the nursery, but she's willing to let the kids get fatter next door. So we're just picking out some screws. I think these are 10s. Guys, I could be wrong. It has been known. Oh no, that one's an 8. It's a very fine line between a 10 and an 8, isn't it? And I'm usually pretty good at picking them out. There we go. That looks. Oh no, that's a bloody 12. Ugh. You know when you pick it up, don't you? You're like, why am I measuring this one? There we go. We got 4 10s. Right. Now, this was all. It was all itemised in little pockets, and then it fell off the shelf it was on, and they all mixed. And as much as I like sorting screws out, I just didn't feel like doing it all again. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put some washers on them. Only if we can find the washers easily. 1. It's funny that I've got man boobs and this rig's ended up being called man tits. But hopefully that'll be a thing of the past because I've just started fasting. I don't know whether any of you guys know, but I have type 2 diabetes and I'm doing my best to put it into remission. So last week I stopped eating Monday night and I didn't eat again until, what day was it? Thursday. So I stopped eating on the Monday and then didn't eat again until the next Wednesday. Quite proud of myself. It weren't the easiest thing I've ever done, I'm not going to lie. But we got it done. And my God, incredible. While I was fasting, let me caveat that, a caveat exemptor, most of the time I felt fantastic, but for some of it I didn't. There was a few moments Pavlovian in Origin where it just felt like it was time to eat, and I had a bit of a wobble while I was feeling hungry, but I soon got over it, and then we cracked on. Most of the time when I was hungry, I was actually just thirsty. Right, that's annoying. We can't use the washers because they're pushing the casing over ever so slightly, and these are absolutely critical in terms of placement by the look of it. So a shame. I'd really like to have used those washers just to spread the head out a little bit more, just to spread the pressure out on the little mountain wings a little bit more. But these will be all right. I think it's where I've overcranked them a couple of times and it's spread them out, but that only really happens on the cheap servos. And while the 99 mod servos aren't expensive, they don't act like a cheap servo. Has anybody used this DSC 45 before? This is the first time I've used the 45. And I am relatively new to the brand. My first real experience of them, I've experienced them through other people, I suppose. I know a lot of people that run the 99 mod and swear by them. The 71 kg that's in Mantis on the front at the moment, which we are going to be switching out. We're going to be switching that out to a DS Servo 55 half height or low profile. My first experience of the DS was that, and my goodness, it is a beast. It really is. Even on the ESC that's in the Mini 16, it was really, really punching well above its weight for cost to performance ratio. Yeah.
I got dragged in.
Did you?
Yeah.
Who dragged you in?
Andrea.
Did she?
That was it.
Who was in there?
Oh, and Shauna.
Oh, Shauna.
And Josh. And
the kids are all in there, right?
Yeah, Aaron's munching on his right now.
Aaron went straight in.
Oh, God, you know what Aaron's like.
How many sausage rolls did I drop round there the other day?
4.
4, was it? No,
Yeah.
I think it was 3 or 4.
You cut them in half.
And I cut them in half. Aaron ate all of them. Andrea said Aaron ate a lot.
Really?
Yeah. One lad versus like 3 or 4 sausage rolls, and like with the homemade ones I make, they're quite girthy, Lisa, isn't it? It's not a small sausage roll.
He's not afraid of food, though.
He's not afraid of food, no. Just baths.
Yeah. Bless him.
I come in the other night and I said the hallway smells like arse. You thought that was really funny, didn't you? Lisa actually lost it for a little bit. And it was funny because it was like 2.5 minutes after the comment, she just started laughing. And I'm like, well, what are you laughing at? She said, you saying the hallway smells of arse. Just, yeah, it tickled off. It did smell of arse, babe. It really did. It smelled like sweaty ball and arse crack. Yeah, it was awful.
I'm just spying on what everybody's saying.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not been a great deal of conversation going on in chat. There's been lots of talking, but that's me, as you know. But there are 4 people watching, which means I'm not in here on my own, and that's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. I don't really like sitting in here on my own working, so having the stream running and having a couple of people pop up is all I need, and I'm grateful, if nothing else, for that. Right, so if you have, we've got to part of the stream where I feel like I can imbue you with some knowledge. I don't know if you know, but it says on the Mia's website they think it's a good idea for you to put either a shim or an O-ring. I know some people have put O-rings in there. Personally, I prefer to shim it because I just think the O-ring is probably going to compress a little bit too much, and then the point of the point of having one ear is diminished a little bit. So let me tell you, just in case this comes in handy for anybody, I keep putting my caliper down in a different spot. The shim I'm using is a 1mm. So hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, there you go. 0.97. So it's a 1mm shim in there between, and it'll vary depending on which drive shafts you're using, which brand, etc. I'm just thinking, that can be a bit of a pain to do. I'm not going to bolt that up yet. We're going to get links and the like done first. Right, let's get it over here. I think I've got all the screws I took out earlier. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I'm running the Rhino S95 Pros on here, and that's how we're going to roll. We are going to run those, and I am hopeful that they will run nicely. We'll see, I guess. We will see. And I've got some black ones here somewhere. I can't be asked to look for them. I really can't. Oh, come on, mate. Right. See these? No, you can't see them because they're not in a stream. I'm trying to shift them over so you can see them. Right, let's shift all this over a little bit. There we go. See them? Oh, you could have seen. I'm just going to get the black ones out of this bag instead of being a lazy oaf. There we go. I don't know why I was using the white ones in the first place, but I was. What the hell? Sounded like a baby dinosaur dying in the hallway there. Oh no. Oh dear. Right, that's the Someone doesn't sound happy. I don't know whether you guys can hear that or whether the microphone's cancelling it out. It sounds like there's an unhappy small human in the hallway. Someone's just realised Aaron's eating all the cakes. Sorry, guys. I'm just putting the contents of this bag back in because if I don't do it now, I won't. 2, 3. Oh, do you know what? I've just realised. I've just put the bloody screw back in there. I've just seen it. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. Crapiola. Right. There's these 2 little screws that have to go in the back here as well. And I'm assuming they're also 2.5s because Mias likes to use a 2.5 on the back. And this will really help stabilise the backs of these. What is going on? Oh no! Don't do that. I don't know whether you can see it, guys, but I didn't sit this completely flush with the top of the axle. So now I've got to take the servo. I'll make the mistakes here so you don't have to when you do it. I'm not going to lie, I'm slightly pissed that I did do that though. I know I said I wasn't going to use the other dagger because my eyes asleep, but nobody's got time for me to pull those out by hand. See the RC mummy come running in here in a minute and tear me a new arse. Tear me a new arsehole because I'm running the other dagger. Oh, come on. I can't believe that. I just thought I wasn't leaning on it hard enough because none of the holes are pre-threaded. They just they make them a tiny little bit tighter than a 3mm screw, so that as you screw them in, they make their own threads, and you get a nice tight connection. Right. Little bit frustrated at myself for not noticing that. Right, let's just see if we can boop it down. Well, I don't normally have to go past 7. They are definitely the right screws because they're the ones that come with it. Just making sure. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do before we try doing anything else. Back together. Let's get these in. There you go, guys. That's why I should have done these before I mounted the servo, because we'd have known and we'd have saved ourselves a few minutes of faffing about. I don't think these are essential, these rear screws, but they are going to add strength to it. It's nylon, so it's not like we're using an aluminium axle where there's some that level of rigidity. There will be some rigidity, but not like there would be with a metal axle, an aluminium axle. So this is just belt and braces, I guess you'd say. Right, nice snug down, yeah. We're just doing that, the one finger. That's my torque wrench, guys, because when I first started doing RC stuff, a long time ago. I was always over tightening stuff. Terrible for it. Absolutely terrible for it. So I learned to use the finger torque wrench a while back. If I can't tighten it down anymore, it's tight enough. Right, now we've got the bag open, we're just going to use the suggested screws. I think they use a 6. That's what it looks like for mounting the servo. And as we've got the bag back out, that's what we're going to use. I went with 10s, which are they're not too long, but they're overly long. So let's just use the ones Mia's give us. Is chat working? Would someone mind just dropping a yo or whatever in chat, just so I know chat's working? You guys are quiet tonight, which is fine. I don't mind if you've just got the stream on while you're working on a rig or whatever, while you're having a poo. Nobody wants to be touching the screen while they're having a poo. But it just helps me. In fact, I'm just going to refresh the chat. Oh, but I don't know how to do that, do I? Yes, I do. There we go. Oh, God. Yo. Oh, no. Guys. Ah, there's so much. My bloody chat wasn't updating. I'm so glad I thought to refresh that. Well, first of all, I sincerely apologise for not noticing all the comments.
That's what I thought when you said that there's not much chat going on. I was like, oh, there it is.
No, there's a ton. I've got to read it. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know why the app does this. But I think what I'm just going to do, I'm going to get in the habit of refreshing it every few minutes if things go quiet, because, yeah, so.
Oh, mate.
Right, I've just. Could you read?
No.
All right. What? Oh, my God. Couple of quid. Where did we get to? That one. Nice.
I can do it from here. Glad.
Yes, 100%. Yo, Sam. So, yo, Sam. Yes, shops are open. Oh, evening, Lee. If you're still there, so sorry, mate.
Well, I'm Easter egging too, but I'm too chocolated out now. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm definitely chocolated out. Right, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to stop working on the rig for a sec, guys. We also give ours hypo treats as well. I think that's where we're going to be. Sprocky. Sprocky. Bless her. Weird dog sitting at the moment. She's lying by me snoring. I love a snoring dog, mate. My old Staffy used to snore like a pig. I think I'm going to have some of my Easter egg. The moral dilemma. All my money going on garden for the next 2 months, then going to have a good 500 quid splurge on RC parts. That sounds like my kind of splurge. And if I had a garden, I would be doing the same as well, because I'd build something that I can test on at home. The reason I bought, I don't know, you can't really see it, but the reason I bought the fake rock, and that's probably this one. I've got a video on it. The reason I bought the fake rock is in the hope that I can build a wall in the house. And I'm sorry if anybody's commenting, but I'm still trying to catch up. Spend 1,600 quid on the new roller. Yeah, Lee, I know, mate. Oh my goodness. Right, let's do non-ugga-dugga tightening. Shutters ain't cheap. You are not kidding. This Fiji Oompa Loompas. You're not allowed to say Oompa Loompas on my stream, apparently, Sprocky. I'm just telling it that you can. There we go. Saves you getting fatter. Yeah, but it's a 12-foot wide, 8-foot high. Not the kids next door, lol. Coffee, BRB. We're all having a Sunday stream chill. Top tip with kids: make noise or the kids will wake if a gnat farts. Yeah, no, you're 100% right, Lee. We've been all about that. I think when Neo was first born and Lisa was extremely exhausted, we were a little bit panicky about things waking him up. But he now has the radio on in the room while he sleeps for a bit of white noise, and we just go about our business. I try not to make too much noise, and it's like there's certain noises that will wake him, so we just try not to do those. Right, now I can put this bag of bits away. Hopefully I don't have to dismantle the axle and put it back together. I'm Easter egging. Hey, mischievous girls in the chat. Hi, Ross, RC Adventures UK. Hey, Dwight, finished my poise build and test run it today. I uploaded the video earlier on. We should meet up at Kent's, dude. Be interesting against the ReVolt. Yeah, let's do it, Ross. It'll be a video, won't it? I would imagine the poised build that you've done may be more suited, but is it a class 3 build? Because that is what the ReVolt, and I'm assuming you mean this one, my Mantis. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Let me know, Ross, which one are you on about? Are you on about the Mantis ReVolt, or are you on about one of my others? I haven't got Venom anymore. He now belongs to a guy called Sean, who lives right down by Kent Radio Control Rock Crawlers. Actually, he's up near Woodham, but he lives in Kent. So, yeah, I haven't got Mantis. I haven't got Venom anymore. I've got Mantis and I've got the Joker. Mantis, yes, Lisa. I've got to moderate that because it doesn't think you're allowed to say tits on the internet. Yeah, it'll be class 3, dude. The Mantis. Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know when I'm down there next, but I'm actually going. Unless you want to come to Wales, because I'm off to Wales in a bit. Next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday I'm going to Wales. Terrible at remembering stuff like that. Next Thursday I'm off to Wales, and that is where this 4-wheel steer guy is going to make his debut. Really excited. Really looking forward to it. Right, so let's get our links in some sort of order. I should probably be flipping this up the other way to do it, which I might just do that. Can we do it without? They need to go up. They need to go down. Yeah, we're going to turn the rig upside down. It's always easier for me to be working on links when the vehicle's inverted. It gets the shot. If you still got your shocks attached, it gets them out of the way. Right, let's put the survey horn over there. So where have you uploaded the video, Ross? I want to come and have a look now. I want to see what this poor chap's going to be up against. Right, so we need to turn that over there. Yeah, I want to see what competition me poor rigger's got. Let's get the uppers out of the way for the moment. I think I might have to move the upper holes. Right, where's the Scrooby-Doos we were using? Was it them? No, these. There we go. Ever so slightly overlong, that one, but we're going to live with it. I'm probably because I take these rigs apart so much and put them together for like testing bits and bobs. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to close the chat and we're going to reopen it. Right, okay, I haven't missed anything. Yeah, like nylon axles and other parts like this do wear out. Like you wear the thread holes out, the screw holes, if you like, bolt holes. How much does your class 3 weigh? I'm interested, Ross. I don't know if it'll allow me to moderate a link, but I'm happy for you to try and post the link. 2.2 kilos. Right. And if you don't mind me asking, what wheels and tyres are you running? Which way did you go there? Oh, not that one. Oh, Christ, I've dropped that on the floor. I'm not doing well here. Right, I'll have to let go of that. It's going in the wrong hole. That's never good. It's on my channel, mate. Felt great. Don't think I need to change anything just yet. May go 4-wheel soon if I get bored. You know how it gets. Yeah, see now, I think I'm going to run in a few class 3 competitions. So I really had to go 4-wheel steer because like I'm not super like how do I say it? I'm not super comp. I don't. How do I? What's the best way to say it? I don't really care if I win. All I want to do is do better than I did the last time I went out, if that makes sense. And I'm not I'm not a competitive person, but if I want like if I built something, I want it to be competitive. And then I do like to do well. You know, like if I built something, I want to do as well as I can. Yeah, and especially if I'm running somebody's rig designer, well, I also don't want to sort of make their design look bad by just driving terribly. Wow, this is a bit of a faff. Link to channel, Ross. Yeah, post a link if you can. I'll moderate it and let it up. I don't know whether it'll be automatically blocked by YouTube, but if it's just a matter of I need to thumbprint it and let it through, then I shall do that. Right. So I'm just looking. Oh, this could be a pain in the ass. I think it looks like the links are going to be massively too long. Ret RC. What's that, Lee? Sorry, mate. What's Ret RC? Is that the channel? I'm confused. Yeah. So let's just. Let's. Yeah. That's. That is going to be massively. Oh, and it's not centre pumpkin now. The other axle's centre pumpkin, so that's going to make a bit of a difference. Ooh. Right. Just thinking. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to have to do then. We're going to have to detach the front. I've just thread locked all these. I got it out. I wanted it. Got all the links set up. I changed the uppers They were skinny little 3mm stainless steels, and I thought, right now I know I'm happy with the geometry. I'm going to make those out of aluminium, and now I'm having to change it all. Right, so let's drop this in here on there as if I can run that on the outside, we might be all right. That'd be nice, wouldn't it, if we was all right? Oh, it's gonna be, I'm just going. It's not the end of the world. This is a straight length, so I could just drop it in the lathe. Not now, obviously, but I could drop it in the lathe tomorrow and nick 5mm off it or whatever it needs, and then we'll be good. Rhett RC is my channel, mate. Don't know why it's coming up. My old name for love. Yeah, probably something in the back end of YouTube doesn't like you changing those things about. I don't know why, Ross, but it is a bit of a pain in the flaps. But I promise, after the stream, I will go and have a look. And not just because I'm a good guy and I think people should support each other, it's because I want to see what I'm up against as well. I'm a decent guy, honest. But I'm also really nervous that your rig will just smash mine to bits. Right, so we're going to need some screws out because that one is not the right length. I should have just left the bag. Shouldn't I? I should have just. I'm going to go get it. I've thrown this bag over it. I've thrown that bag over there to the other build about 5 times, and I keep having to go back and get stuff out of it. Right, that'll be the right one. Mias comes with lovely graded hardware as well, doesn't it? Good job, Mias. I doubt it, mate, but it'd be interesting together. Our chassis is very similar. Yeah, I think once you get around the same sort of spot in terms of performance, unless somebody really does something different, like trying to think of somebody or someone's chassis that's kind of out of the box. I guess the Res Concepts chassis are a bit different looking. Right, I'll tell you, we're gonna go there. If I can get the thing. Come on. I've ordered some ball studs, guys. I've not used them in a build yet, but I know someone that's using them, and I watched him use them in a build recently, and I thought, do you know what? I think I'm going to be a ball stud guy. Right, that is as far as we can do. I think by the time the shop's home, I'll tell you what we do, so we don't keep doing what we just did there. Let's get the other one moved to the outside first. I actually don't mind putting shocks on the outside. A lot of people don't like doing it. I don't mind doing it because it increases triangulation of your axles, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It helps to, stabilize the weirdness that you get when you're not stabilized. I've lost chat again for a sec, guys. You all right, babe? I'll have some of that lovely water that you got me in a minute. I've lost chat again. She's needy, guys. She's being really needy. What have I missed? Thanks for subbing, guys. Really appreciate it. I have a load from Tamiya spares. Yeah, no, if I'd have kept all my Tamiya bits and bobs years ago, I'd have some as well, Lee.
Am I annoying yet?
No, you're not annoying, bub. You're not annoying.
Right, going now.
All right, bubs. So annoying, babe. Guys, she's so annoying. Yeah, I'd have some. But it'd be interesting. I bought some 5.8. 5.8 sized ball studs. So that'll be interesting to see how we get on with that. The reason I think they're going to come in handy is because when you haven't got a lot of room on the inside of a chassis, a ball stud will take up a lot less room. So that's my reasoning for it. Water is council pop. We don't drink the council tap stuff, Lee. We only do bottled water here, mate. Like, I know how many corners we cut when they build the place that we're in, the building that I'm in now, where my boy lives. He doesn't get, like, we even make him drinks up with bottled water. He's never, well, he has, we've all had the tap water at some point, and if we have tea or coffee, we drink it. But anything else, drinks wise, is done with bottled water. We just don't trust them. I can't imagine the stuff that's in this place. I think they did a test for asbestos. They had a guy going around testing for asbestos, and he was just shaking his head. And I asked him, I was like, "Oh, is it? It's not good then?" And he went, "Well, you'll have to wait for the report, mate. But I wouldn't want to live there." I was like, "Oh, great. What don't kill you makes you stronger." Well, yeah, I mean, drank a lot of it when I was a kid. Yeah, me too. Makes my bowl stronger. We're on the bottle too. Yeah, you got to, haven't you? You have got to. I mean, as much as I don't like it, I don't like having to pay stupid money for water. But you know what? I was saying that, I'm a fan of the Lidl's sparkling water, and Lisa has the Lidl's bottled 5 litre. She has the big 5 litre bottles, and that's what my boy drinks. And it's not ridiculously expensive, and it seems to taste all right. Right, what hole are we in? We're in the second one down. So I do actually think, oh no, my brain won't do that. So what I've done is I've put the flange side up against the chassis this side. I'm going to have to take it out and switch it round. And I've done it the opposite on the rear, and my brain won't allow that. You got lovely soft water there, have you? Nice. Where have I experienced that? Where my family lived in Sussex, when I was growing up, they had that. And when we used to visit a place in Somerset, they had it. And I'll tell you when I noticed it. When we was in Somerset, I put the same amount of shampoo in my hand as I normally do. And then I went to foam my hair up, and it literally filled the bath with foam. And it was like somebody had made some sort of comedy mixture up for me to wash my hair with. It just, because the soft water just doesn't had the same effect on suds. I'm not sure exactly what the silence is. It not the flange, yeah, the bloody flange, Lee. Oh no, not the flange. Sparkling water is poor man's champagne. Can't stand it. Just doesn't feel right drinking it. Well, I've never been a fan of champagne, so maybe that's because I'm a fan of sparkling water. Yeah, I just don't. I think it's because I used to drink a lot of pop, Lee, and when I got told I'd got type 2 diabetes, I didn't want to give up the fizz. And I tried water. I tried just drinking water, and it used to make me gas. Not gas. So I used to get trapped wind a lot, and I still suffer with trapped wind now, as you can tell. Yeah. So I find if I drink the council pop, as you call it, I don't get trapped wind now. I mean, I do get trapped wind, but not the type I was talking to. Pants Jack. Oh no, it was the squeaky one, mate. We're good. Right, let's get these shocks, Lee. Oh, but you know what? These have got potential. I don't want to sort of talk them up until I'm really sure. But they've been built for at least 24 hours, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, weirdo. What's this like in sparkling water? Kept it tight then. Oh yes, indeed. I've lost track of my thought. All the fart talk and stuff. Oh, that's a 7mm. I forgot about that. Oh, we're going to have a little bit of play at the bottom of the shock. I can live with it. For now, anyway. I'm going to end up putting another washer in there. If I put a 1mm, oh, do you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just bloody do it. So, the washer, the spacer Mears gives you works if you're using a 7.5mm ball, hollow ball. But if you're not, and the rhinos come with a 6mm. Sorry, a 7mm. So it leaves you with a 0.5mm gap. And that is enough. I've dropped it all. I've dropped it all out. We might just have to live with it if that's going to be a pain in the pickles. Lee, what happened in Mr. C's stream the other night? I was looking after Neo because Lisa was out, and so I was only half paying attention, and I was editing a video, and then I come back and it seemed like he was in the middle of a rant or somebody had upset him, and then it was over. It was a bit like when he had the meltdown before. Don't like to see that. He does get upset. I don't think he's got good blood pressure either. Can't be good for his blood pressure when he gets upset like that. Right. We're going in with the forceps now. Yeah. Okay. I know it's not super critical, but I don't like having any play in any of the components, because as the amount of play that you have in the components spreads from, like if you have a little bit of play here and then a little bit of play there and a little bit of play here, and eventually you end up with a really, really sloppy rig. And Like I don't think it really matters, but there's part of me that just doesn't like it. And if I can sort of tune that out by adding some spacers or shims or whatever, then I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Right, that's the right length for that. So yeah, going back to the DS90, these are just, apart from being oversprung, these are so smooth. I might have fallen asleep at the end. I was still feeling the after effects of 7 hours fitting the new door. You fitted the door, Lee. Oh my goodness. I'd have been asleep after that. I didn't realise you'd fitted it, mate. When you said how much it was, I thought, well, that was, plus installation. So the amount you spent on the door didn't include installation. Yeah, me and my mate did the old one. So, Christ, how long are these things lasting? Like, I'm hopeful that if things go well, I've got another channel, guys, that is dealing with reversing type 2 diabetes. And if things go well over there, we might be able to afford a house. And I'd like to think I'll still be keeping up doing this. And we'll eventually have a nice little workshop and that, like a double garage. But if I'm going to have to pay 1,800 quid for a door every now and then, I'm not sure about that. 500 quid for the installers. Well, I can understand why you didn't do that then. It's a little bit tight on this side. Yeah, the £500 price tag for the installers would have put me off, Lee, and I'd have probably been roping one of my buddies in to help him though for sure. My mate Al is normally the one who gets those sort of jobs, like if we're moving or anything like that. Al, you busy? You don't want to help us move into a flat up 2 flights of stairs, do you? Good lad. We normally treat him. When Lisa moved in here, she treated him. I think we had Chinese or whatever. And yeah, right. It's starting to look like I'm not going to have to remake those rear links. Does everything still look straight? I mean, there's no reason why it shouldn't look straight still, right? Because like I'm in the same old both sides, everything is good. We've got a nice amount of articulation. We're hitting the stop on the shocks, are we? No, we're hitting the links, stopping it just before full articulation, but that's because I've gone up on the links of the shocks and I haven't tuned it yet. Where are we now? Right. My nephew's asking if he can borrow 30 quid until Friday. Well, if you're watching the stream, James, you can, mate, but I can't send it because I need my phone. Not right now, anyway. Right. Driver shaft. Make sure we're in phase. I'm sure everybody here knows all about phasing drive shafts, so I'm not going to... What's this? X-Triker here, me. Myself, Lee. What have I missed? I've missed stuff. Last door was fitted in 2000 and... Oh yeah, no, that's not too bad, is it? And the same bloke helped you fit it. Well, fair play to him. That sounds like a decent length of friendship there. 500 quid is taking the wee. I've just allowed that Sprocky ex-triker here myself, Lee. How did we get onto the subject of trikes? How do we go from door fitting to trikes? Is it because I've missed a comment where Lee said about what he does for a living? Has Lee said what he does for a living? Did you say what you do for a living, Lee? I know, obviously. I'm pretty sure you've both been in the stream at the same time before. You didn't say no. Oh well. I'm not. Oh well. I'm not going to give the game away, Lee. Just only because I don't know whether you want everybody to know. Not that Sprocky's everybody. You know what I mean. I bet Sprocky's like, oh God, I wonder what he does for a job now. The spacers fell off. The shim. Oh my goodness, that could be anywhere. My shims fell off. Lisa's shouting from the other room. I don't know what that means. Did anybody see the shim fall off? I'm going to have to get my shims out again. Don't get excited, Lisa. It's not what you think it is. I said, don't get excited. I'm just getting my shims out. I knew when I put these away, I knew I should have left them out. Right. What size did we say that shim was? Test ride of Triumph. Yeah. He mentioned 150 miles on the bikes in the morning. Right. Wow, what a job. Yeah, that's what I said, Ross. I build New Holland tractors. Not quite. That's cool, though. That's still cool. Everybody's doing way more cool things than me. I'm a YouTuber. And I do a bit of editing to keep the lights on. Like subcontracting editing work. To keep the lights on. That's way cooler than what I do. I mean, it's nice that I can work from home and I get to spend lots of time with my kid. I'm not knocking it, and my missus. But yeah, that's cool. One day, hopefully, I hope to be able to sustain us through YouTube. Not on this channel, of course. This is just for shits and giggles, really. But the Type 2 diabetes channel should have a wider appeal. I'm launching it in the next couple of weeks. I know we should know relatively quickly whether that's going to pay the bills one day or not. But that's the hope and dream. My job, it isn't as cool as you think. No, it's probably not, Lee, actually. If people had to do what you have to do, I think the shine would very quickly come off. Lee, my uncle was Bill Lomas. Yeah, I've heard of Bill Lomas. Alexa, who was Bill Lomas?
William Lomas was an English Grand Prix motorcycle road racer. He was a two-time world champion and a two-time Isle of Man TT winner.
No, he did the Isle of
1955 and 1956 350cc world championship.
350 rider. It rang a bell.
Racing team.
Alexa, stop. Sorry if all your devices have just gone off, guys. Wow, he did the Isle of Man TT, Sprocket. Jeez Louise. That's impressive.
James is asking to borrow 30 quid. Have you got it?
I was just saying in the stream, baby, you can borrow it, I think. But I think
I've got it.
I can't do it because I'm streaming.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, just say, yeah. Yeah, cheers, bud. We're down there Friday, aren't we? So we're off to Wales, where James, my brother's son, lives. He has to borrow money every now and then. He's a bit like me. I'm not great with money. If I've got it, I'll spend it. I have to make sure I'm doing it all the time. What a guy. What's this? Yes, I had a bike from Clay Cross many years ago. What a guy. Got to have the biggest balls known for that. Yeah, if we're talking about the Isle of Man TT, you literally have to have nuts the size of coconuts. Yeah. Like, I think there was a time, because I used to go everywhere on the back wheel, flat out. I had a 350LC, and loads of other crazy stuff. I used to work at Yamaha Chesington, and the guy who was sort of looking after me there was one of the race guys, one of the race tuners, and he helped me tune my 350LC. It was incredible. But yeah, I'm lucky to be here. So I think I would have been up for the TT stuff at some point. But just in case you missed what I was doing there, bit of thread locker on that pin because it was very, very loose going in. So where are we? Who am I? Right, because we're running, let's get the bloody rigging shot. This is all about switching this to a four-wheel steer axle, and we haven't got the thing in the shot yet. So, wow, a lot. You know when someone's famous, when you ask your device and it knows. So we're not going to work that up or screw it in just yet. But I want to see now, when I set these up on the front, I like a bit of toe out because it helps to grab edges. But on the rear, if anything, I would prefer a bit of toe in. So what I'm doing is I'm tightening these right up so that it toes in this way. But if it does, it make so we're still toeing out, but in the frontward direction. And the reason I like a bit of toe out on the front is so that when this wheel, let's do it that way. So when this turns that way, this wheel, the outer edge of the front tyre, let's do it with the tyre, the outer edge of the front tyre is out more, and these lugs then really are able to come into play. So if anything, neutral or toe in on the rear and toe out on the front. That's how I like to roll. Right, so we're just going to pop this in, and I'm doing that because I want to see which side they've got this set up for. So it looks like it's set up for the other side. Just lining. Boop. Right. So that looks like that's going to work really nicely. I'm not going to do anything fancy on the rear. Right, I don't know. I keep using screws from the pile to my right, which are right. I'm gonna refresh the chat again because you can't trust chat on your device to do the bloody thing. I don't know why it lost everybody's. Can't believe it. So I'm so sorry about that earlier, guys. When it just decided it wasn't gonna send me all your comments. You're leaving comments like anything, and I didn't see any of them. That's so annoying. It really is. Well, this was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Like, it makes it a little bit more tricky filming this stuff. But like I say, it's nice. I'm I'm able to have a chat with like-minded people, and I know when I'm not streaming, I'm usually watching a video or something, or I'm in somebody else's stream, and it just helps to pass the time, doesn't it? And let's be honest, most bank holidays are dead boring, aren't they? Like Sundays are normally pretty boring. It's not as bad as it used to be. Do you remember Sunday in the old days when like religion was really in charge of Sundays? It was so boring. The TV was crap, wasn't it? It wasn't up to its usual standard. Not that TV was great back in the day, anyway. But you know what I mean. Right. So that we're going to make the bends match there. So that is the right one for that. It's a YouTube thing. It's been happening to loads of streamers. Right. And I think I saw somewhere as well, Sprocky, that what was I trying to say? That it's also not been showing the right amount of subs either. Not subs. So if you've got like 5 people in there, it says there's 5 people in. I don't think it's been getting that right either. So people are thinking they've got no one in their stream, or they think they've got lots, but it's been reporting those numbers incorrectly as well, which I'm not super bothered about. But I can imagine, like, if you're used to having a number there and that number has changed, then I can imagine that would worry people, especially with all the shenanigans that are going on with algorithms. Like maybe you do something that's a little bit controversial, and then you're like, oh, that's it, they got me, I'm shadow banned or whatever. You've really got to make sure that these are lined up when you're doing this. We might have to space this one out a little bit. We might have to put a 5mm spacer in there just to lift that up a little bit. But is that down? It could go down a little bit more. Yeah, that as well. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know. You'd think as long as their adverts are going out, they probably don't care, do they? That's me being a little bit cynical, but right, channel 4. I hadn't actually checked if we were running a 4-channel receiver, so fortunately I can report we are. And I guess I better set up. Do you know what? The Mini 16's probably not going to have enough guts, is it, to run 2 servos. So I might have to install a Beck on here just to run the servos. I've got a couple of Becks that I've been meaning to review, so that'll be something we're going to have to do. I won't be doing that on a stream though. I'll do that in the morning maybe, or tomorrow at some point. Oh, I need me radio. David Beck or Victoria. I'd do either of them, to be honest. Right, G11P, just in case anybody's wondering, like this will be an update for how I feel about this thing. I absolutely love it. Just in case anybody was wondering. Right, so we need to do, this would be my first time sorting out the mix on this. I'm not going to try and show you what I'm doing guys, because I don't really know what I'm doing yet. So do we? Is it already? I thought it might already be set up for full wheel steer. So let's go assign. What button is this? It's VR2. So in the menu, can I show you? I don't know if I can show you. Yeah, I can. Right, so let's just make sure you can see. So in the menu, I'm going to go to change that K. And I want to go to VR. There we go. Right, so VR. And then VR2. Function. XP, throttle up, cruise, steering, brake, ABS, priority, four-wheel steer rate, drive rate, brake, track. Oh my God. Mix 1, mix 2. This is offsets. I might be in the wrong spot, you know, guys, because I'm not. Yeah, I think I'm in the wrong spot here. Right. So it's not, I don't want trim or any of that stuff. So let's come out of there. Auxiliary channel, where we go. Right. So channel 4, I want VR. Here we go. There we go. VR. And then VR2. Oh, no, I didn't accept it. Channel 4, control, VR2, and then you have to, that's it. There we go. Right, now, yeah. Let's put the horn on so it's a little bit more. I'm not keen on the beard. What am I missing? This is David Beck conversation. I'm not keen on the beard, but I suppose she could always show. Nice one. Right. So we got full range on there. Let's set this to the center detent. Well, it hasn't got a detent, but let's set it to the middle. Right, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. Right, so let's put this the right way round. There we go. And did they supply us with a? They didn't. So I'm just going to grab a 4mm out of the box, and we're going to lock that down. This looks like a 6mm. Is that going to be too long? We'll find out. I remember some of these being super fussy back in the day. We're going to put one of the servo horns on that I prefer, but that'll do for now. And we're going to use one of those in there. No, we're not, because that's not long enough. I just ordered half a dozen Vanquish clone servo 20mm horns. Oh, please send me a link in on Facebook, Lobia, on DM, PM, DM, direct message, personal message, whatever it is called, whatever the kids are using now. I'd like a link for those. We're going to have to make sure that we do turn. Oh no, we're just going to be careful. We're going to have a look at endpoints quickly to make sure that we're not overdoing it. So let's have a little look. and it's going the way I want. That's great. I haven't got a fanny about with changing that. So we're gonna have to shorten that guy over there. Right, that looks like center. Perfect. You kidding me? Oh, that's weird. So this side we're getting loads of throw, and we're not on the other side. Maybe. Oh yeah, I was well off when I timed that down, wasn't I? Well off. Yeah, I need a couple of those. Got some cheapo long ones at the moment, rather a solid one. Yeah, I mean, like if they've cloned them well and they're decent performing servo horns, that'd be decent, wouldn't it? That'd be good stuffs. Right, still not straight. Because I'm off at an angle, I can't really see. That looks like it's leaning towards me a little bit now. Right, let's have a look. Right, so that's nowhere near this side now, and we're closer there. Right, so what I'm probably not going to do is bore you with setup adjustment. Where would adjustment be? Endpoint adjustment, channel 4, there we go. All right. Can we go above 100? Yes, we can. Right, that's what we're looking for. Right, we go all the way to the left. Sorry, guys, this is a bit of faff to do with you being able to see it all. So is that not what they call left then? No, it's not, is it? Okay. So their version of left and my version of left are not the same thing. So, right. So we're just going to adjust it within an inch of its life. There we go. So it looks like 118 is good for that side. Let's go full throw and activate. Yeah, it looks like 150 the other side. And we're good. Right, let's come back out of there. Hopefully I had that on screen. I'm not even sure if I did. Centrelink, they look very similar. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. Right. It's not breaking any records for super fast, is it? But it's enough. That'll do, won't it? That'll do. I'll tell you what, while you guys are here, have I finished with this big bag of mouse nuts and bolts? I think I have. Left and right are from left and right are from driver's seat. Yeah, it made sense as I was doing it actually, Sprocky. You're right. That is how they've got it set. It was counterintuitive. Or not, actually, it was probably intuitive. It just didn't make sense to me, but I can see why they've named it that way round. So let's throw the wheels back on, and I'll have to make sure I tie the servo lead up. I think we're just going to run that up Oh, of course, I've dropped the bloody nylon. Of course, I've. I must say these axles come with a really nice quality knurled and flanged for her pleasure. Nut. There we go. And I seem to be having trouble. Maybe I'll talk to Mias. Maybe that's where I've been going wrong. Maybe I'll just ask Mias if they can sell me 100 wheel nuts. Right. Are we going to look for the one that hit the deck? I feel like I need to, because out of all the wheel nuts I've got, that might be one of the better ones. Oh, is that it? I think I found it. Yes. I've stabbed my finger in all the metal shrapnel that was on the floor by the lathe, but I found it. Right, let's get this other wheel back on. I can't wait for you. It seems weird that I'm doing a tuning stream on a vehicle that nobody's really seen yet. At the Secret Garden, one of the places that I go to that's relatively close to me, like 20 minutes from my house by car, is a mixed bag of trailing and rock crawling, but there are some incredibly difficult lines. There's a couple of different lines on trees that are very difficult, and there are some purely rock lines there as well. Okay, that's me fly sky telling me that things need moving. Really pleased with the way this little battery pouch. I made a battery pouch for this in TPU, and it works a treat. It really does. Gets the battery pretty low, because UK3 you need chassis mounted servo. So let's just switch this round. Yeah, oversprung like a mofo at the mo. But oh man, the axle angle, the pinion angle looks good, but I'm not sure that I want that quite as wide on this. And yeah, I'm going to want to go forward. I'm either going to want to shorten, I think I'm just going to shorten the upper links ever so slightly. What's happened to the wheelbase? Let's have a quick look. Where are my super duper long rulers? There's one. Let's have a look at the wheelbase. So I'm going to adjust slightly for the steering look. You can't see any of this, can you? The fart was sparkling water, 100%. Yeah, my farts do sparkle. I've used all the pink. Have you used all the pink TPU? No, do you know what, Lee? I was going through the drawer looking for TPU, and I spotted it. It's actually had stuff on top of it, and I haven't. So that is definitely something I'm going to have to start using. I did make a mental note to save some, actually, because Lisa wants me to do a Jigglypuff build on a Beetle, and now I've experienced this sort of thing. I think a bug build, class 3, rear steer axles, might do a portaled, just so we've got two slightly different rigs in the family. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's the plan. Jigglypuff is what she wants. She's got a Jigglypuff tattoo on her leg, so that'll be why. Right. This. Have I moved the camera or something? It seems like we're seeing a lot less of the desk than we were. And I was trying to keep my moves out of the shot. That's ridiculous. Oh, what? When did that happen? Did I bump the camera? Sorry, guys. No wonder people keep leaving the stream in droves. Right. Here we go. Now, some people with the G11P, just in case you didn't know, some people use this. Now, I think it's nice. So they'll have that. I've got to be careful because I think this is just my trim. They have the rear steer set up to this and they have it in like 4 positions. So 4 back is full left, then 4 right. Yeah, I'm naked. I don't like wearing clothes, Lee. It's to do with my tism. I'm not a massive fan of being clothed. I hated it as a kid. And the fart blew it back. And yeah, I just don't like wearing clothes. Some people have their rear steer set up on this. So 4 taps is all the way to the right, 4 taps this way is back again, and then 4 taps is the other way. But I want to be just steering there, and I think that needs reversing for me. Is that the way I normally? No, that is the way I normally have it. I don't know why. Oh no, that isn't. Or is it? No, that is the way I normally have it. I've not done 4-wheel steer for a little while, so yeah, that's lively enough. This 45 kg, and bearing in mind that's just running off the Mini 16 down here, so it's probably not getting the most juice. Nice, and the front, that the 9i mod 71 kilo is a beast, absolute beast. I have said to Frank at Rhino, please give us a 0.6 option, because I think if this was a 0.6 spring, these would be perfect. 0.7 is too much. I think I'm pretty happy with that. And on that 13 tooth pinion, it's just a little bit too spicy. It will still slow crawl, but on the top end, it's like a basher. And we don't need that. I would rather have the torque available than having like ridiculous speed on the top end. So right, let's get that unplugged now. That was a success, guys, wasn't it? We managed to get the straight axle pulled out and get this fitted. I am gonna have to just boot the links on the lathe. I'm probably gonna take. I'm not gonna guess actually. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this side off and then just move it forward past the hole that it's in until it looks exactly right. Because the front servo, if anything, you want slightly leant backwards, but this rear servo, that needs to be flat, like dead level, with the wheels both on the ground. You want that. Otherwise, you start to get some really weird stuff going on when you're moving your servo. And it's bad enough having to deal with your head getting round scrub one end of the vehicle, let alone both ends. Right, let's get the radio turned off. I didn't know how to set the 4-wheel steer up, guys, and it is intuitive. It took me, you watched, didn't you? It took me just a couple of minutes to work it out, and then sub-trimming. Sorry if my voice has disappeared. I'm just putting it. The G11P comes in a lovely little, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it comes in a lovely little box with a handle and stuff. I'm just putting that away. Right. So, pinion. Do I feel up to changing it? I think we ought to. I think. Does everybody want me to change? What size are the springs? Good question, Lee. I don't know why it's moderated that. It's held that for review, Lee. How ridiculous is that? What length are the springs? So the shocks, you didn't ask that. What length for the springs? They're 40 by, I think, 11 mil inner diameter, and they're 0.6 width. The spring, the wire diameter is 0.6. So hopefully that's all the information he needed. I haven't got 40 by 0.6. I've got 30 by 0.6, 0.5, and 0.4. And I've got all of the other numbers all over the place, but not anything that was readily useful. Right, I've got to remember it if I can take this out without. I think we've got to remove the gearbox, if I remember. Yeah, we've got to remove the gearbox. So coming up next on We Fuck It All Up. So I literally drilled. I used the slide, the adapter plate, to work out where to put the screws in the skid. I did drill one hole by mistake, slightly in the wrong place, but we soon rectified that. And then there we go. And then we used countersunk head screws. I countersunk the skid plate so that when this is all done up, let's just flip it round. So when this is all done up, they sit completely flush with the bottom of the skid. And I know people have gone mad to try and not have. I'm just going to unplug everything from the radio. People have gone. So chav springs are a fraction too small. Chav springs are, I think, the thinnest. There we go. There's the thinnest one. I think the thinnest chav spring is also 0.7. So you'd have thought that they'd have learnt from them. Oh, there you go, 0.75. It's just doing it a different place. 0.76, yeah. So these are 0.75. So these are the smallest chav ones. They're also too thick. So you'd have thought, oh, maybe they looked at them and thought, oh, I know what we'll do. We'll go down to 0.7, and then we'll be the new guys that are getting it all right. But no, you're not, guys. You just gave us a shot. So for a lot of the sizes that are available, I don't know why I'm trying to use a screwdriver that's that size, or a hex driver that's that size. So yeah, they should have. Who's going to use a 0.9? I mean, unless they were aiming at a market, a completely different market. If these shocks were aimed at scale or general use guys, then they have a bit of weight in there. They're not really bothered about sprung weight, but they've got to know that all us guys care about sprung weight, and therefore this Nod gearbox, guys, really good. Really, really recommend this. If you're doing a straight axle build, get you one of these. Really, really good. You've got 0.6, 0.5, and 0.4 by 40. Have you? Yeah, I'm referring to the wire thickness. Like, none of mine have come with that thickness on. So what length are they? You've got me wondering now. I'm pretty sure none of mine have come with those. These aren't chav strings. These are aftermarket ones that I've got. So this is a 0.6. Oh, I've got a 0.6. Where are these from? These ones that I've just ordered off AliExpress. Right. Got to try and make sure I don't forget what I was doing. But these are 60s. What's the internal width? Would they be too wide? I did try a spring on there and they were a little bit too wide. Yeah, these are like 12.5. So these will slip off the spring cup as well. So I'm pretty sure I said in the video that these were an 11mm internal. Charge springs are 2 of the got them separate off alley. I refer yeah. Got them separate off alley. Yeah, charge springs are 2 heavy, definitely. What? Where? Where the? Really? Oh, that came loose. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that happened here. It was obviously still turning, but it must have been moving in and out. Oh dear, guys. I'm glad that happened on the bench. Right, let's pop that there. We do not need the gearbox for the moment. We are going to need it though. I'm a little bit worried, if I'm completely honest, because this is the 13 Soph. Can you see that? Yeah, this is the 13 Soph that we've been using. Glad that didn't come loose. And that's the 10 Soph that we're going down to. Look at it. It's tiny. Shit. That is tiny. Oh my God, that feels wrong. Having that in a vehicle that is pushing HB Rovers, 2.2 HB Rovers, that just feels wrong. But I'd be lying if I didn't admit how excited I was when I found those. I'm not sure this pinion's going to work, guys. I'm really not. But I'm hoping and praying that it will work. I've got 9 to 48 DP for my motors. Put a washer under the cup. Under the cup. I did think maybe I could print some little 3D washers, but I've got to be honest, I think I'll just jump on AliExpress and order some. They're not going to be a load of money, and then I've got them, but I guess that would work potentially. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm putting masses of thread lock on the doohickey. Right, so at this point we need to remount the motor. I've got to remember which holes it was in. I need to pull that out because it's going to fall on the floor and get lost. Right, what holes was it in? Right, or what holes is it going to need to be in? That's probably a better question. Yeah, there. Not using that. It's just in case. I'm running 13 tooth, but I have portals and reduction gearbox. I did have a 10 tooth and 11. I still have the 10. What does your 10? Does your 10 look more like this, or like the one I've just showed? Because I might have to take you up on that. If it looks more like the one that came out of it, and like, do you remember where you got it, Ross? And thank you, by the way. That's incredibly kind of you. Your 10 is pure teeth, right? So I've seen all the versions. Do you remember what the bore size was? Because this is why I've had trouble, or should I be saying this is where I've had trouble? The bore size has been the issue. Like, I can get 10 tooth in like different pitches and bores, but finding it in 48 with a 2.3 millimeter bore, well, it's been bloody impossible. Well, not impossible because I've just got one, but nearly, damn near impossible. It's probably a better way to phrase it. I got mine off Wayne Parker off his eBay store. Tiny as, mate. Didn't you make? I did make an adapter, Lee, but it's a lot of faff, and they will work if you've got no option. But yeah, adapters is only really something I want to be getting into. What am I doing? I don't want to be screwing these down yet. I was just offering the motor up to see how far on I wanted the pinion. Don't. I haven't had a drink of water yet. My brain's going dry. I'll send you a pic on Facebook of what I've got. Thank you, Ross. That'd be cool. Right. So let's get the pinion. And work out where we want it down to. Oh, that's pretty much perfect there. Right. Oh, Christ. Oh. I keep taking the Lord's name in vain on Easter Sunday. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make it into heaven this time round, guys. But I believe in reincarnation, so I'll just do better next time, won't I? Right. Let's not get... Guys. I've got thread locker in the teeth. That's got to come out, hasn't it? That's got a little bit of brass filings on it, but if anything, that will quieten it up. Thank you, that is really decent of you. I think we might be good on this one. But that's what I'm hoping. But it's nice to have options, and I super appreciate that. Oh, you know our next problem. I think our next problem might be that we're gonna have to route we're gonna have to take a bit of meat out. Right, where's the wires coming out there? We might have to take a little bit of meat out to get this to mesh enough. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drop these in with a little bit of Loctite on. I do appreciate that we're able to see. I don't like the gearboxes that make you rely on feel to know if they're meshed or not. I mean, you can do it, right? But I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of it. Where's the poise vid shot, Ross? Hadley Castle, mate, Essex, literally round the back of my house. Mate, really? Have they machined this so that it's absolutely perfect for a 10? Which is where I think I might have to hope and pray. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm pretty sure. Let me redo those. It might have slipped a little bit while I was doing it up. I think I've got this as far down as it'll go. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm literally gonna have to take out it's a good location, small place, but lots of lines and saves your legs from mileage of walking. Yeah, we do a place round there called Sundon Chalk Pit, and from where you park your car, it's about a 20-minute walk. And it's nice if you've got a trail rig and then something else in your backpack. You know, you can make a day of it or whatever. But yeah, by the time I get home from there, I'm ruined. And I have to make sure that I'm sitting down and editing the next day or something, because I'm no good for anything else. Not that I'm much good for anything else anyway, but you know what I mean. Right. So unless there is another spot on this adapter plate that you buy to fit the Mini 16 to a larger gearbox, unless there's another spot that's got a slightly different hole placement, we're going to have to adapt the motor plate, which is a bit of a floof, bit of a pain in the nads. But it looks like the servo, it looks like the pinion is going to work. So that's a bloody great relief. Let's put me thread lock away for the moment. I'm going to need it again, potentially. I need a round file. And by round file, I don't mean the bin. I mean an actual round file. This one. I've got these diamond files off of AliExpress. They were like £1.50, and I thought these are going to be rubbish. I was thinking, and they're actually all right. You know, they've been pretty good. I might have to nip for a whiz in a sec, guys. If you will excuse me, that's probably why I've not had another drop of water, is because I'm busting for a whiz. I'm going to do that now, and then we'll file this hole out. Does anybody else hold their willy with a bit of toilet tissue rather than wash their hands when they're in the middle of something? Too much information. Oh, perfect. That's like a 2.8mm file. We're really close to the top of that screw head. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take it out of this bottom one. Try not to breathe any of the stuff in that comes off those guys. Won't you? Hey Momo, you come to see me. She's probably getting close to wanting her evening walk, aren't you, brothers? Of course, it doesn't matter if we take it a little bit too far. I'm back, lost connection. Oh, well, I only went for a wee, so you didn't really miss much, Lee. It's a good clue. I didn't. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any chatty chats. Right. That might be enough. Enough. Right. Let's have a look. Where is it? Right. Let's drag this back in. Come on, be enough. Be enough. I'm not in the mood for a big fight. I really want a big fight. No, I think we need, looks like we need a fair bit of meat out. So I'm going to take a little bit out of the side where it's already quite close to the screw. If you start to hear things falling, my bad. I've got loads of stuff precariously purchased, and I've got a rack over the back here that is terrible. It's just the bench leans towards me, so whenever I wobble or work on the back, I'm just having a drink of water. God, excuse me. Yeah, whenever I do any work like this on the bench, stuff starts to carry itself off of the shelf. Trying to do it in the air is not as easy. Oh, it feels like we made some progress there. I reckon we could. Stay tuned to the channel. Find out if Dwight dies of carbon ingestion. And then remind everybody that I made a joke about it while I was doing it. Right. That did look pretty good. We've got a little bit in there, but it's just powdered carbon. What's the worst that can happen? We got some of this, guys. We got some graphite grease and it's showing gears. Shall we put some of that in there? It's definitely, no, like, I know I shouldn't be joking about it, really. I know it's not great. What have I got that I can smear a bit on with? Has anybody ever used graphite grease on a gearbox? I seem to remember using it when I was working on motorbikes back in the day. I don't think I've ever used any of this stuff in a gearbox, but we're gonna graphite grease is messy. Yeah, I can see that, right, already. I need some sort of, what would be a good applicator to just have on hand for this? Because I'm haphazardly using a pair of tweezers and they are suboptimal. I like the idea of using syringes for everything. That's probably not too easy. I did grease the rest of this gearbox before we built the vehicle, so I'm not having to re-grease it. Right, let's leave that handy. Bring you over here. Right, what way did everything need to go? This all feels really cash-handed. How was I doing this a minute ago? Right, so that needs to go up. And yeah, that needs to face the floor. So the gearbox needs to go this way. There we go. That's where we were. Right, I think we're good this time, guys. Here's hoping. Cocktail stick. Roger that. I shall make sure I've got a few cocktail sticks on the table, and I might never use them, but people will think I'm sophisticated. No, I will use them. That's a great idea. I was thinking earbud, but then you just lose loads of your stuff. An old paintbrush is good. Never had syringes way back in the day. No, I think a couple of the manufacturers of these things used to supply syringes, but then, you know, everything went through the roof in terms of cost, didn't it? So, oh, well, I can see where they didn't go much further down. So the heads of the screws come into contact with the body of the beast. Oh, that's when that's engaged properly. Let's get it right. So we're just going to screw this one down. Yeah, I can't remember when I was racing back in the day, but somebody used to supply lubricants in a syringe. I'm sure they did. Corelli or somebody back in the day. In the old days. Well, I think we're too tight there, guys. Either that or it's because it's smothered in. Yeah, we're too tight. Oh. That's good though. That means that we are able to tune it to not too tight. Just a fraction. That looks good. Small paintbrush, not like a 1 inch, more like a 1/4 inch or a cheap kid's brush. I think we've got a load in kits that we haven't used of stuff that Neo's been given or that we've put. This looks absolutely spot on. I'm going to just cinch it down there while I've got it in spot, and then we're going to check it again. Yeah, she's good. She's good. Woohoo! We've done. So, does that mean I've completed all my jobs? Yeah, they're little tiny kids' brushes for doing tiny little painty bits. Technical terms, of course. So we have got to make sure that we put this shaft back in properly. I can't believe that this came loose because, let me tell you, I know for a fact what? I didn't. I was just about to lie to you. I was just going to say, I know for a fact I did all. Yeah, no, they'd have been rubbish. You're right, like, they'd have been awful for painting. I was just going to lie. I was going to say, I know I Loctited. I used Loctite. There we go. I was going to say, I know I used Loctite on all of these. I know I did. But Mandela effect, is that what I call it? I didn't. This one does not have any residue on it at all. So I would have lied. I'm glad I checked myself before I wrecked myself. I must have done that, you know, and it's weird because I remember going through it methodically, checking everything to make sure it was good and Loctited up. I missed this guy, and that'll explain. I can't believe it carried on working, but because these are a D, it's a D shape, it didn't know it was loose, I guess. Although it was probably talking to me about it in one language or another. Right, let's get this. We'll get this one synced up. Make sure we're in phase. There we go. She's in phase. No, the hell? How the hell did I end up that far off? Right, let's try this again. Right, let's put that. We'll get the screw at the top. I use the grub screw or the pin screw to work out if I'm in phase or not. So I like to put the pin screw, the pin screw pin at the bottom, at the top where I can see it, and then line those up, and then she usually does what she's supposed to do. Right, now let's get the transfer jobby poked it together. Oh, phase. Right. So that's completely out of phase. There we go, both at the top. That might be a really cack-handed way of doing it, but that is how I like to do it. Right, so we just got to screw the motor back in while not dropping any of this out. So let's get it. I'm going to get this right hand one sitting ever so slightly up, because then it's easy to find the female part, it says. Slightly more awkward than it was. Sorry, I'm not in shot. It's slightly more awkward than when I first put it together because there's stuff next to it, not letting it sit down properly. Okay, that's not helping. Let's back that out. And we'll go in with this side first. Don't understand it. It feels like it's binding on something. What's happening with the camera? There we go. So it's zoomed in, Lee. Oh, right. Oh, no. You fucker. It's come out of there. Not in phase. Right, in phase. Right. What is going on? I think it's the battery holder, I think, is the issue. I think that's what's making it difficult for me to get the gearbox back on its original position. What is going on? If it had air around it, I'd be all right. Good. Glad to hear that. I swear Lee's just trying to get me man boobs on the stream. That's what it is. I mean, the rig is called man boobs, pretty much. Why am I struggling so much doing such a simple thing? This could be my brain trying to let me know that I'm done. I don't know how Mr. C does it. How long have we been in? Oh, it doesn't say. Caught red-handed, Lee. I'll see where you're going. I mean, who could blame you, you know? Who could blame you? Right, No, getting funny, should buzz up. Right. Now, if that had stopped falling out of there, that would help. I'm gonna have to do the best I can to get this. Oh, I felt a notch. Was that the home spot? Yep. We got it. Oh, there you go. All I had to do was lay it over on its side, and then everything became easy. Have we, though, this is the question, have we managed to not trap stuff? That's going to mean this one's difficult. We're not in. Why are we not in? Found some of those blue nylon gun brushes on Ali too, so ordered some. Those blue nylon gun brushes. What are they? For working on guns. There we go, we found it. I just slid it across until I kind of felt the screw fall into the hole. And then boom, woohoo. Right. So we're only going into a skid that is 3D printed, and it is not 100% infill. So we're not massively cranking on that. Once Mr. C uses to clean these rigs, is the small drive shaft attached? Yes, it is. Everything else is about the right length now. Everything seems to be going up and down like it should. I really liked it when I made this little 3D printed TPU pouch. I was really chuffed with the way the switch sat. I'm not sure I like it now. It might just be because the twisted cable's gone a bit weird, but oh well. Can't have it all, I guess. Right. So this is the ESC. So, not that I'm using it. This goes in 2, because 1 to turn, 2 to burn. Then this one goes in 3, which is the adjustable drag brake that I'm never going to use, but we got to plug it in. Then for now, we might try 4-wheel steer on the Mini 16 just as an experiment. See if we can kill it off. No, yeah, just to see what happens. I'm not going to zip tie this up tonight, guys, because I've got to pull these off and whack them in the lathe. But I think what we'll do is we'll give it a little bit of slack. We'll zip tie that because it's an upper. It doesn't matter if it's got a zip tie around it. And then what we'll do, we'll just do a little coil on this end just to get it tidy this end. So let's put that in 4. And then we'll get the front servo, which came through there, and we'll pop that back in 1. There we go. And I guess we should run it. Put the bloody radio away. We should run it up quickly, shouldn't we? You know, just for science. Right, radio on. No battery. No batteries were harmed in the making of this video. We have got a switch. I always leave it switched on because otherwise I plug it in and then go to use it and I realise I haven't turned the switch on. And this is kind of fiddly to get to. You can, but it's just easier to leave it on. Right, shall we have a listen? It's going to sound worse in here because everything's reflective surfaces, but get me excuses in first. Oh, we've got a little clearance in to do on the front. How am I going to do that then? So one of the drive shafts at full droop rubs on the front. It still feels like it's got a lot of wheel speed, guys. But let's do a little slow crawl on the bench just to see what we've got now, because we've gone from a 13 to a 10. Do you know, I'm not entirely sure it looks any slower. Am I the only one? So it says there's 4 people, so there's 3 people, I think. Okay, so it is a tiny little bit slower, not massively. But the main thing I was worried about was the heat that was being generated in the motor. With a 13, it got so hot that I gave myself a blister on the end of my finger, heat testing it. Because of my type 2 diabetes, the end of my fingers are quite numb. But even with them as numb as they are, I could still feel that. And there we go. We've got cracking amount of steering. Oh, she's spicy. Lower the better, mate. Like you see, keeps temps down a lot. Yeah, 100%. That's my main concern. Looks like we've got a little bit of work to do here. I may have to use a shorter rod end or something back here just to get this distance down. I might even make... No, I'm not going to do brass, am I? Yeah, let me give that some thought. But yeah, I'm going to take that out of there. I'm just checking temps, yeah. The Mini 16, even just doing this little bit of bopping about here wouldn't have been happy. So that does feel really nice now. Bend it a fraction more. Yeah, I mean, that would do it, Lou, wouldn't it? I think he was slower before. Why not behind the axle? So on the back, it doesn't matter. And when I built this, he was the guy that was going to test the 71 kilo 99 mod servo, because I didn't have anything else that was really going to stress this out. I went on the servo, but we have got waiting in the wings here somewhere. Where is it up here? No, it's in one of the boxes here, guys. No, that ain't it. We've got a DS55, and I've got the behind the servo, behind the axle servo mount waiting to go on. So one of the next little bits I'll be doing to this before I go to Wales is I'll be fitting the behind the axle steering servo. But because the 99 mod 71 kg was a full height, I just thought I'm just going to throw it up on the top. Never run a Mini 16 before. I did look through as so small, it's a bonus. I've got the new Hobbywing Outrunner combo. I'm running the WPL 10BL80, sorry, the WP 10BL80 in my comp rig, the Joker, on a secure motor. But that combo ESC, absolutely brilliant. What was that? Combo instead feels decent. It's ice cold even after an hour and a half today. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The ESC gets a bit warm running on the secure, but that might just be because it's not in the right frequency for it. But spoilers, if you are interested in getting a full height, this thing is an absolute beast. Even if I put a ton of weight on that, it is an absolute beast. And it matches the build that it's going in as well. Really looking forward to running that. It's quick and strong, which is what you want. Right, I think we're done, guys. I can't believe I'm lucky enough to have a few people spend the evening with me, and I don't think I have the words to express how grateful I am for that. I need to go and wash my hands just in case the RC mummy wants me to touch her special bits, and I've got to walk the dog, so I better go and do that. I will, if you're interested in the fruition of this project, there will be videos. If you're interested in seeing how the servo did and how it went with the straight axle setup, I'm editing videos tonight and tomorrow and maybe the next day that you'll be able to watch if you're interested in those. I took this to Kent Radio Control rock crawlers and it did really well on the Mosers. But then I put these on and took it to the Secret Garden and it came to life. If you were here earlier, I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, but it made hard lines look easy. It made impossible lines possible, and it invented new lines. Like new lines appeared for this thing. Just incredible. Yeah, great bit of kit, mate, especially for the money. Yeah, I need a better servo. I'll take a look at those. So the DS55 is quite well rated. The 45 kg that's on the back of this is good. And the 71 is incredible. And I also recommend the Yipping AK70, but not the one that Crawler Canyon reviewed recently. There's two versions. You want the AK70 Rovers. These are so good, Lee, aren't they? Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I've got the Sedonas. They're in a box somewhere, but I'll note they're down here. The Sedonas, I needed their wheels for something. There's the Sedonas. These belong to the Hulk build. These are incredible as well. But these have 3Ds in. I don't know why I didn't run them actually, but these have got a specific low weight. That's it, the AK with the red lettering. Yeah, so it's like this. It's got a fluted body on it with red and black, and the upper part is all aluminium, whereas on that new Yipping 70, which people are buying, all the heads plastic, the ears are plastic. It's not the same servo. Yeah, the base great, super old tire I used to run those 9 years ago. Hard to get now. Yeah, they are. I think they are still doing batches, from what I understand, or they're releasing old stock or something every now and then. But the Sedonas are brilliant, as are the White Rovers, which is like the new Sedona, really. I did a video of comparison on these, and I think they were very similar. I think if they'd have had identical inserts in, it'd have been hard to tell the difference. But for an old tyre, what a bloody great tyre the Sedona was. And I think those Rhino Mosers with the right insert in would do all right. But they just don't look great. The super skinny tyres don't look fantastic. Have you got a couple of pairs of Sedonas, Lee? Bloody hell. Hold on to them, mate. Unless they're dry rotting, then get out there and bloody use them before they fall to pieces. Right, cheers everyone. Sadly, I have to end the stream there. I'm going to go and give my hands a wash. Go and give the RC mummy
I just found a really baby video of Neo.
Lisa! I can't believe she did that on the stream, guys.
I just found a really baby video of Neo.
Oh, that's what the RC mummy's coming. It's a little video of our boy. Oh, look.
We called Sneezy on your video.
Oh, sorry, guys. We do love our boy. Right,
So the RC family, right?
Yeah, we are the RC family. Thank you very much for coming in. Again, guys, I really appreciate it. This would be so boring for me to just be sat here. I enjoy working on the vehicles, but I really enjoy your company too. I'm going to go and click the off button. I shall be back. And if not, so if you're interested in the Venom build, not the Venom build, I'm going to say the Mantis build, wait for the Mantis video that's coming out in the next day or so. I'm going to probably release the one up the woods with these tyres on first because it will blow you away. Well, it blew me away. Let's put it that way. Love is always the answer, guys. Bye for now.